From the CISO series, it's Cybersecurity Headlines.
These are the cybersecurity headlines for Friday, January 2nd, 2026. I'm Steve Prentice. New York City Mayoral Inauguration bans Flipper Zero and Raspberry Pi devices. As part of New York City's 2026 mayoral inauguration of Zohran Mamdani, some new items have been added to the list of prohibited items, such as backpacks, weapons, and laser pens. As first reported by the tech blog site Adafruit, the event's official FAQ now includes Flipper Zero and Raspberry Pi devices. Quote, event organizers have not provided any details explaining why these were singled out specifically rather than a generic mention of portable technologies. Crypto must now share account details with UK tax officials. As of yesterday, January the 1st, people buying cryptocurrency in the UK must now share their account details with the country's tax authorities or face penalties. This move, enacted by the UK's tax body HMRC, is, quote, designed to ensure they pay all relevant tax on buying and selling crypto, including capital gains tax. HMRC will begin automatically collecting information on all users of cryptocurrency exchanges, which are effectively the industry's banks, in a bid to start collecting tens of millions in unpaid tax. End quote. Finland seizes suspected cable sabotage ship. Finnish authorities have announced the seizure of a ship suspected of damaging a subsea telecommunications cable in the Baltic Sea. This is after a series of faults were detected in undersea cables, and in this case in part of a cable running through Estonia's exclusive economic zone. This was detected on December 31st. Estonia is a northern European country located directly across the Gulf of Finland from Helsinki. Quote, Finland's border guard found the ship with its anchor chain lowered into the sea, and so instructed the vessel to move to safe anchorage within Finland's territorial waters. End quote. Two more banks suffer marquee software ransomware attack. Following up on a story we covered early in December, two more U.S. banks are now warning customers about fallout from an August ransomware attack on the financial software company Marquee Software. These two banks, Artisans Bank and Vera Bank, V-E-R-A-B-A-N-K, confirmed that the breaches resulted in access to customer communication data, such as informational updates and analysis of bank products and services that may best fit customer needs. Quote, both banks stressed the hackers never breached their own systems and only stole information maintained by Marquee Software. End quote. Huge thanks to our sponsor, ThreatLocker. Want real Zero Trust training? Zero Trust World 2026 delivers hands-on labs and workshops that show CISOs exactly how to implement and maintain Zero Trust in real environments. Join us March 4th through 6th in Orlando, plus a live CISO Series episode on March 6th. And get $200 off with the code ZTWCISO26 at ZTW.com. New air traffic service exploits ClickFix through fake browser glitches. Researchers at Hudson Rock are warning of this new platform that allows threat actors to, quote, automate ClickFix attacks by generating fake glitches on compromised websites to lure users into downloading payloads or following malicious instructions. The platform promises conversion rates as high as 60% and can determine the target system to deliver compatible payloads, end quote. The researchers describe air traffic, that is spelled E-R-R-T-R-A-F-F-I-C, as requiring prior access either to a website that accepts victim traffic or where it has injected malicious code into a legitimate compromised website and then add air traffic to it via an HTML line. Coupang to spend over $1 billion to compensate users. South Korea's leading e-commerce and logistics platform, often dubbed Korea's Amazon, has announced the amount, specifically the equivalent of $1.17 billion, to compensate almost 34 million people affected by its recent data breach. This compensation will be in the form of purchase vouchers for impacted users. Coupang plans to, quote, sequentially notify all 33.7 million account users via text message regarding the voucher redemption process, end quote. Korean telco failed at femtocell security, say investigators. South Korea's Ministry of Science and ICT found that Korea Telecom deployed thousands of poorly secured femtocells, enabling long-running attacks involving micropayments, fraud, and customer surveillance. Femtocells are customer premises equipment which include a small mobile base station and use a wired broadband service for backhaul into a carrier's network. Carriers typically deploy them in areas where mobile network signals are weak to improve coverage in and around customers' homes, end quote. In this situation, all devices used the same network authentication certificate, had no root password, stored keys in plain text, and exposed remote SSH access. Attackers could extract the certificate, clone femtocells, and have them accepted as legitimate by Korea Telecom's network for up to 10 years. Investigators believe up to 20 clones were used, one for 10 months during 2024-2025. Compromised devices allowed attackers to intercept texts, learn subscriber IDs, and track calls, all of which was compounded by Korea Telecom's lacking proper femtocell management tools. This according to the Register. UK company sends factory with 1800-degree furnace into space. Spaceforge, a company based in Cardiff in Wales, has sent a factory the size of a microwave oven into orbit and has, quote, demonstrated that its furnace can be switched on and reach temperatures of around 1800 degrees Fahrenheit. The company plans to manufacture material for semiconductors for use in electronics, communications infrastructure, computing, and transport. The company explains, quote, conditions in space are ideal for making semiconductors which have the atoms that they're made of arranged in a highly ordered 3D structure. When they are being manufactured in a weightless environment, these atoms line up absolutely perfectly. The vacuum of space also means that contaminants can't sneak in, and the purer and more ordered that a semiconductor is, the better it works, end quote. Did you know that you can subscribe to our events calendar? Just head on over to our events page at CISOseries.com and look for the subscribe button. You'll know when all of our Super Cyber Friday and Department of No live streams start, as well as our live CISO Series podcast recordings and other meetups. Make sure you are up to date with all the fun events from the CISO Series. And if you have some thoughts on the news from today or about this show in general, please be sure to reach out to us at feedback@CISOseries.com. We would love to hear from you. I'm Steve Prentice, reporting for the CISO Series.
Cybersecurity headlines are available every weekday. Head to CISOseries.com for the full stories behind the headlines.